challenges, I am here again, along with Dr. Mansi Chatrit, addressing a major health challenge that girls and women have been facing globally. On Independence Day, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, also brought up the topic of women healthcare. To throw some more light upon the topic, I would like to call Dr. Mansi Chatrit for joining us today.
Thank you for having me over.
Though the arena of women health is so vast, but today I would like you to talk to us about menstrual cramps.
Menstrual cramps. This is something, Tisha, we have all been suffering at some point in time in our lives. And we have all tried to handle it in our own ways. But these days I have noticed that the girls are getting more dependent on painkillers, which is not a good idea. Painkillers has its own side effects and things. So that is why I will try to discuss few home remedies today. To begin with, ginger and black pepper. Adrak and kali mirch. All you have to do is to take a small piece of ginger, 2 pinches of black pepper, boil it in water and sip it like tea. If you want, you can add few drops of honey as well. This would help ease out the cramps and the pain would disappear. Similarly, another very effective herb is jeera, cumin seeds. Cumin seeds has very strong antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory properties. Because of that, it eases the cramps and the pain at that time. How to use it? Just take a spoon, half a spoonful of it, boil it in water and sip it, and we are done. Then our yellow gold, haldi, something that I have been talking about from a very long time. It not only has a huge, it's not only a huge immunity booster and has innumerable health benefits, and this is also one of them. All you have to do is to take 2 pinches of haldi, and then there's something called nutmeg, jaifal. So take 2 pinches of jaifal powder, boil it in milk and have it at night, and you can see the magic unfold. Other than this, things like hot water fermentation, which is very familiar with girls. Then a massage. A little massage with sesame oil can help out ease the cramps. And then exercise. Don't look at me like that. I know we are in pain and I'm talking about exercise. No, I don't mean go to the gym and work out. What I'm saying is few yoga asanas like shavasana and pranayam. These would help relax the muscles and the cramps will go away.
Thank you, Dr. Mansi, for such easy remedies. I'm sure they would bring help to our period. Dr. Mansi, this drives me to my next question. Many girls and women suffer from PCOD and PCOS in many stages of their lives. We understand that this might be a lifetime condition, but is there anything that you can tell us about this?
Of course, Tisha. PCOD or PCOS is not a disease. It's a health condition, and if we can tackle it well, if we can handle it well, PCOD will not bother us, right? But the first and the foremost thing with PCOD is that it gives different kinds of symptoms to different people, right? From weight gain to skin pigmentation, irregular periods, painful periods, to hair fall, facial hair growth, body hair growth, dry skin, mood swings. So all these symptoms are associated with PCOD. Some may get some may get some. There is no standardization here. But weight gain is one such thing which makes it a vicious circle. More the PCOD, more the weight, more the weight, more the PCOD. So we have to consciously break this vicious circle, bring our weight down so that PCOD does not bother us, right? Now what happens with PCOD is that moment the weight increases, then PCOD, all the other related symptoms are also essential. How to reduce weight, very easy, said and done, right? But no, it's easy done as well. How? We have to watch our plate. We have to eat foods which are low in GI index, glycemic index, such as almost all vegetables and fruits are low in GI index. Similarly, we need to eat carbohydrates from whole grains. So you have to say bye-bye to radiated drinks, to junk as I mentioned, and all sugar and sugar-based foods. Sugar is the biggest enemy of PCOD, biggest. So less of sugar goes into my system, more I am away from PCOD. Now if you are eating foods and vegetables and fruits which are low in GI index, if you are eating carbohydrates from whole grains like steel cut oats, bran flakes, right, then automatically you will see that your weight is coming down. Additionally, we also have to include good protein in our diet, plant-based protein. For example, all the dals and the kala chanas and the chickpeas and green moong dal sprouts. Green moong dal sprouts is phenomenal in terms of its nutritional value. We must include these. Other than weight control, there are lots of herbs from our own kitchen. We actually do not pay that much attention to our kitchen. Our kitchen is a full-blown clinic in its own right, and we must value our herbs and all the spices and everything. Look at this. My God, beautiful tulsi I have. You can see, Trisha, such nice tulsi. What do you have to do? Just take few leaves of these, just chew it in the day or boil it in water and have. You can include other things like flax seeds, amla, you have your pumpkin seeds, you have cinnamon powder, all these herbs put together, you have your dana methi seeds, all these things put together and used in your daily life will help you control PCOD. If you have more questions on PCOD in particular, feel free to inbox me.
Thank you, doctor. Listening to this, it makes us feel that to deal with PCOD is not so tough after. This leads me to the last question of this session. I want to ask you about low hemoglobin levels. Do you think we can deal with low hemoglobin levels at home?
Yes, this is a problem which many girls and women are facing, and the answer to your question, Trisha, is yes and no. To a very large extent, we can handle it at home by eating the right kind of food. For hemoglobin, we have to take a two-way approach. First is we have to increase the folate levels in the body, which in turn leads to iron absorption. So Trisha, what we have to pay attention to is we have to increase our vitamin D, we have to increase our vitamin C, and we have to increase our vitamin A. So iron is not getting inside our body only because I'm gulping down iron, right? So it's a combination of these things. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about spinach, I'm talking about avocados, I'm talking about oranges, I'm talking about mangoes and carrots. Imagine aam khaiye khun badhaiye. Mangoes are still on the stands. Go buy, enjoy your summer and increase your hemoglobin levels. So when we are eating all these things in combination, it is then that iron levels goes up. Oh my God, Trisha, let me show you something. See, can you see this? You know what this is? This is amla tree. Amla is our golden fruit. This helps us in the absorption of iron because of high vitamin C content. And this becomes a huge tree and will bear loads of fruits. Did you see this ever before? No. Okay, then let me show you something else also. I have papaya here. Can you see
many of them?
Yeah, so many of them. Nice, fresh and organic papayas. Papayas also help us increase our iron levels and has beta carotene. And look here, what do I have here? This is curry leaves, curry patta, which you often see in your sambars and on South Indian dishes. Very, very healthy. Very, very healthy. As we use all these things in our food, our health will start improving. Jaggery, anjeer, all fennel seeds, sesame seeds. So all these things together will help us. In a way, in short, healthy, balanced diet is what we need to have.
There is so much to know about women healthcare, but today we only have time for this much. If you have any queries or questions, please feel free to inbox us and keep watching this space for more such videos.